Hi everyone. The axis of symmetry of the graph of a quadratic function has this equation, x equals negative 1 divided by 2. We're going to draw the axis of symmetry on the following axis. And then we're going to answer these questions. So the axis of symmetry is here. So this is negative 1/2 right here. So that's going to be negative 1/2. X equals negative 1/2. Now, we also have a 0 here at 2, 0. So 1, 2, 0. So that means if you're looking at it, this is our midpoint, is 1/2. And we have 2, 0 here. So what we did is we went 1/2 plus 1, 2. So for here, I can go 1/2 plus 1, 2. So we're at 3. And if you add it up, negative 2 plus, or negative 3 plus 2, divided by 2, this indeed would be your midpoint. Remember that these zeros are going to be symmetric. So this is going to be your M. That's why it's called axis of symmetry. And this is your N. All right. So I clearly marked it. Check. Find the value of B and C of a quadratic equation. So what they want is they have, the equation's ax squared plus bx plus c. So we know that these are our zeros. So what you're going to do is you're going to write this as y equals x minus a negative 3 times x minus 2, which gives you x plus 3 times x minus 2. Now you FOIL this out, you get x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 6. So this yields x squared plus x minus 6. Now what they want is your b and c. So your b is going to be 1. And your c is going to be negative 6. That looks like a b. It's negative 6. So your c is negative 6. And that's it. Oh, it says draw the graph of the function on the axis. So to draw it, we actually need to know our vertex. So to get our vertex, we have this equation. I'm going to write it out again. So we have y equals, your a was just 1. So x squared plus x minus 6 is what yielded that. So they're saying that they want to know us to draw the graph, and we know this is x equals negative 1/2. So plug that in to get your y. So y equals negative 1/2 squared plus 1/2 minus 6. So this y equals 1/4 plus, and I'm going to go ahead and call this 2/4 minus, and you can use a calculator. I'm going to put this as 24. 6 times 4 is 24. So this is 4, and this is going to be 24. So all this adds up to, I'm going to erase this, 3 minus 24, that gives you negative 21 divided by 4. So when you graph it, that is about negative 5 1/4, which is about right here. So you just draw it like this, goes through the zeros, you draw this part, and goes through the zeros there. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.